Millions of children are at great risk across the world from wars, gang violence, religious violence, and intolerance, malnutrition, starvation, extreme poverty, terrible abuse of all sorts, environmental degradation, disease, and more, with few to no voices raised, few to no concerns cast, as long as there is no Israel to blame. The concern the anti-Israel crowd has for children completely disappears if there is not Israel to blame. Millions of children are being killed or harmed from war, religious violence, and intolerance. Child marriage, extreme poverty, destroyed and contaminated environments, war-related famine, all forms of child abuse, and far more in Yemen, Syria, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Darfur region of the Sudan, and other places in the Sudan, Myanmar, North Nigeria, Iraq, Haiti, Afghanistan, and many more places, with few to no protests on their behalf, few to no outcries, nothing almost always but silence. Hamas literally gets away with murder because millions validate murderers as long as they are killing Jews. The children of Gaza suffer from Hamas and company waging war, using children and other civilians as their human shields. Hamas knowingly wages war from densely populated Gaza, hiding behind and beneath civilians, knowing that this will cause civilian casualties. The anti-Israel crowd blames Israel, but they are in fact the enablers of the murderers. The senseless deaths of children in Gaza rest on the shoulders of Hamas murderers and their supporters. Hamas murders civilians and children in Israel. They are the ones waging war, using the children and civilians of Gaza as their human shields to hide behind and beneath in their multi-billion-dollar tunnels, while having built not a single bomb shelter above ground to protect civilians. The anti-Israel crowd could care less about children. They show this in their complete lack of concern for the millions of child victims of war, violence, religious intolerance, extreme poverty, war-related famine and disease, child marriage, and far more. They only care about children when they see an opportunity to exploit child suffering in order to demonize Israel.